Well, hi. Uh, it's Grandpa Ricky again, and I'm in a restaurant having a nice visit with a friend of mine. Do you mind if I use your first name?
Yeah.
And her name is Janelle. And we've had a lovely time talking. And I'm going to say to Janelle, and I'm just going to say, Janelle, is there a question you want to ask me or something you would like a story about? And she's a fast thinker, so yeah.
I would like to know how you've worked with your fear.
Did you hear that? She wants to know how I work with my fear. Work with it, I guess I do work with it. Because when I fight my fear, it gets worse. And I think what I'm learning, finally, is to expand inside and to make room for my fear and to try to remember not to be frightened about my fear. And sometimes I have to work about being frightened about the fact that I'm frightened before I can get to it. And then, a friend of mine told me the other day he didn't have any fear. And I thought, no, you have fear. Everybody has it. It's part of our radar. I'm appreciative now of my fear because it's like I watch my fear and my fear goes, pay attention to this. But then I've got to sort out, is it real? Is it the memory of another fear? Is it somebody else's fear? Is it just, I didn't get enough sleep last night? I'm hungry. And the 12-step programs, hungry, angry, lonely, tired, those things will all skew my emotions. They alter my state of consciousness. If I had a car accident, if something frightens me, then, but then I realized, you gotta breathe. So I breathe. And I breathe like potato breathing. I really try to increase the amount of oxygen in my system. And sometimes, like when I had the accident and I was so frightened, I was jumping up and down. I was shaking the fear off like a wild animal, And then there's the other piece that I use a lot, Janelle, and that is, I say, and this too shall pass. And, maybe I'll live through it, maybe I won't. Don't know. But getting, freaked out and in a panic attack is only going to make it worse. Another thing that I've learned, and my friend Laurie Hammond taught me this, and that was go slow to emergencies, go slow into fear. But face it, don't pretend it's not there. And so my shamanic teachers all said, no, you have to run at your fear. You've got to immerse yourself in the fear. Don't try to make it less. Really make it more so you can understand it. But be slow about exploring it. You can't explore it all at once. I mean, if you're lucky, sometimes you have to explore it all at once because it's an emergency. There's something else that just crossed my mind about it. Oh, and that was Viktor Frankl. And when something's very, very frightening, I've developed a habit of calling on my subpersonality, who is the embodiment of, or the internalized embodiment of Viktor Frankl's work, the German psychiatrist, and ask the question, may some good come of this? So whatever is frightening me, I say, may some good come of this. And as I get older, I get frightened a lot. and I have to take a deep breath. Oh, there's some blood in my urine. Oh, there's some blood in my spit. Oh, this strange new pain today. Or, oops, I forgot. My memory goes cuckoo. And I'm understanding that that's pretty well common for most people when they get older. And instead of pretending it's not there, and it is pretending it's not scary, only makes it worse, and it makes me insensitive to other people's. So how else do I do? Sometimes I write a poem about it, or sometimes I take my shoes off and stand out in nature, even if there's snow on the ground or cold, or have cold showers, hot shower, cold shower, hot shower, cold shower. A lot of times when I've run out of spiritual energy, I get more frightened, or the frightening things are bigger, and I've learned to build spiritual energy by walking out in nature, by thinking about places that elevate my spiritual energy, like places where people have prayed together, or places where people have done nice things, or the ocean, or the forest, or and I also sometimes deal with my fear by watching funny movies and just reminding myself that there are, if I have a big fear and I can't do anything about it, like I have to go into the hospital to get an x-ray or to get some scan on a dot on my lung or a spot on my lung. Well, that's a worry. Am I going to die? Am I ready to die? Is June ready for me to die? And so I really have to take responsibility for distracting myself. And I found that having alcohol or cannabis or anything like that really doesn't help me. It may help other people. I guess that's why they have that term, some nationality, courage. You get courage from having a little alcohol. Well, that doesn't work for me. So I hope that's helped. Yeah? Okay. Here we go. So now I press